When you're smiling from within, your energy changes. No matter how angry the person in front of you is, they will feel better. As soon as they calm down a little bit, they will feel even better. There was a young man once, and his father was dying, and he was sitting by his father. So his father said to him, I don't have any wealth for you. I don't have any money for you. There is nothing really I can leave behind for you. But I can give you one advice. If you follow this in your life, the whole world will be your friend. You will never have enemies. And he said, what is the advice, Father? He said, when anybody creates anger in you, until you reach that state where you are just not moved, where nobody can create anger in you, you go through a series of phases. One of that phase is anybody can create anger in you. A driver on the road, a customer service person in the supermarket, your co-worker, people at home, your relatives, even unknown people. When that happens, he said, when anybody creates anger in you, you tell that person, I will get back to you after 3 days. I will get back to you after 3 days. 3 days later, you give them the reaction you want. And there is a 99.999999999% chance you would not have a reaction 3 days later. This is one of the most practical tips to overcoming anger. Absolutely practical, you can adopt and see the difference for yourself. Because when you get angry, there is something that happens to your whole mind and body. It's like somebody vigorously shaking you. It takes time to come down. When you are angry, it is very hard to be contented. It's very hard to be grateful. It is very hard to be compassionate. So if you don't check your anger, you will not be able to instill in you the 3 virtues, the absolute 3 positive emotions that are key to self-transformation. There was a young monk. He went to his guru. He said, I am sick and tired of my anger. I don't know how to check it. And Guru said, okay, can you show me your anger right now? He was a Zen monk. Can you show me your anger right now? He said, well, I don't get angry like this, just whenever I want, it's something happens sometimes. He said, oh, if you cannot show it to me anytime you want, that means it's not your natural state. If it's not your natural state, you are holding on to it. Dhyato vishyan punsa sangasteshu upajayate. Sangat sanjayate kamat krodha vijayate. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Sammohat smriti vibhrama. Smriti banchad buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati. When you contemplate on anything, let's say you have an expectation, you get home and Your wife is going to offer you a warm and hearty meal. But she came from work herself and she's tired, she couldn't be bothered. She said, go get yourself a burger. But you were contemplating on a meal. Dhyato Vishanpusa Sangasteshu Upjayate. That creates a desire. Attachment, Sangha, Asakti. Sangat Sanjayate Kama. That creates desire. Then your mind, you may be driving home already thinking, this is what I'm expecting. Sangasteshu Upjayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamad Kamad Krodha Vijayate. When your desire is not fulfilled, it triggers a negative reaction in your mind. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. It gives birth to a sense of illusion. You lose that sense of right from wrong. That is Brahmit of the Smriti. Mindfulness disappears. You forget what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. Smriti Branchad Buddhi Nasho. Then you completely lose your intellect and intelligence and you just get carried away. Your habits, your emotions take over you completely. There is practically no difference between a barking dog and an angry person. Really, there is no difference. If you don't believe me, if you're one of those who actually shout in anger, next time record it and replay. You will not be able to believe that this is you. But do it in private. Because even if you do it in front of your partner, you will still justify why you were angry at that time. And you will continue to get even more angry. That moment is living in front of you. Now you have to deal with two things. The cause that triggered the anger and the embarrassment of actually getting that angry. Anger is symptomatic. In fact, it occurs when you don't know how to deal with what you have in you. So try it, replay it in front of some other person and you will actually get more angry. You will not find it laughing matter. But if you do it in private, you will be able to set aside your conditioned self, your ego, and analyze it for what it really is. Einstein used to say, truth is looking for what is, not what should be. If you're searching for certainty, you're not searching for truth. If you've conjured up an image of truth in your mind, and you're expecting that truth to come in front of your eyes, you're not searching for truth because you've already defined it, you have manufactured it before you could discover it. Let nature, providence, God, your inner self, let it manifest its original form. Then you will know what truth is. So getting back to anger, if you inculcate, if you do this self-contemplation, you will be amazed at your own ability to not just get what you want from life, but to also heal yourself. You will become a powerful self-healer. Everybody has gone through certain pains in life. Everybody, most of the people have had their fair share of struggles. There were times when they were wronged. There were times when they were let down. There were times when they were deeply hurt. There were times they thought this life is pointless, I don't want to live. There were times they really tried hard to make it work. There were times they really tried to change themselves. Each time they were unable to do it. Each time they were jolted, they were shaken by those around them or by nature. It left a psychic imprint on you. Mostly an emotional imprint. And that's what causes the baggage. That's what causes that heaviness. That's what gives that feeling of something is missing when nothing is missing.